So good evening, everyone, and welcome to the team phone call. My name is Debbie Wetzler, and I do the team phone call with Dr. David Silverman, who is in Asia right now doing an Asian tour. He and Mal Sword will be in Malaysia. They were going to the Philippines, but I just read that the Philippines the pre-launch is going to be postponed due to earthquakes. So that was just announced. So unfortunately, I guess that won't be happening, but I don't know if he'll be going over there. I haven't heard from him as far as that goes to do Cebu and Manila still, because he was planning on doing those two cities. So I will find that out and let you know. And so this is the team phone call. I'm a triple diamond. David is a double ambassador diamond. And our team phone call lets us get together every week so that we can hear each other's wins and successes and work together as a team and bring the amazing news of redox signaling molecules and ASEA to the world. And together we just, I'll just put it, together we're all unstoppable, basically. So, and we appreciate so much how everybody is helping to get this message out to the world. So, yes, Kelly says, glad to be here post-fire and power outages in California. We want to send our prayers and heartfelt thoughts to people in California with all the fires, and I know they've been rolling power outages, so sometimes you don't have power at all, and it's got to be really, really hard with all the different things that are going on. And I know there's a huge high pressure with all kinds of blizzard conditions and snow that's going to be hitting the Northwest all the way down in through Texas this week. And I know Jackie and I flew in from 89-degree weather in Hawaii into a blizzard here in Colorado with the snow blowing sideways, and it was 8 degrees when we landed.
Oh my God.
And Jackie did not have a coat. So I guess we're lucky to not have frostbite. So there's so much going on, and I know it's very stressful in the world at this point for all the people with weather conditions and different things going on. So we'll just keep everybody in prayers for that. I'm going to start off with a testimonial, and if anybody else has another testimonial, I would welcome that. But I know Sharona Fuderman had told me about something that happened to her recently, and I'm going to have her start. Beautiful Sharona, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. That happened a week ago. I was in Adams Morgan in DC, walking around, strolling in the beautiful weather that we had. And I was wearing tights, my gym tights, and they were long, not the summer ones. Anyway, and I'm wearing flip-flops. Next thing I know is I'm on the floor. Oh. And I actually went flying. I turned, I don't even know what happened. But I know that I was carrying a bag.
Sorry.
No, it was hysterical. I was laughing. I go, I don't need another testimonial. I've got enough, more than enough now. Anyway, this nice guy came over and helped me up because I didn't realize how much it was hurting until he said, help me. And I had to put some weight on my foot, on that leg. It was the right leg, actually the right knee. And after he helped me up, somebody else came to see if I'm okay. And I said, yes. I was so embarrassed. But after they left, I had my jacket on, no purse, but I always make sure no matter where I'm going that I have Renew with me. I had my keys, my phone, my credit card, and Renew. Thank God. I went over to the sidewalk and just sat there on the sidewalk and started rubbing the Renew because it was so painful. I didn't know how I was going to drive home because it's my right knee. Anyway, it ended up to be okay, and it's actually still healing. It's taken a long time, and I'm rubbing a lot of Renew on it. So that's it. Always have your Renew
like it
with
would
you.
Have been really bad if you didn't have Renew. So
that's,
I'm very happy you did.
That's right. I say if you don't have it, I probably wouldn't have been. I would have had to wait a while to. I was able to drive again.
Yeah, probably would have ballooned out and gotten really.
Oh, don't even say.
Swollen and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So for anyone that's new, please always have it with you. Just Absolutely. Like in the old days, we always had aspirin in our purse or in our pockets. Have the Renew.
Thank you,
Deb.
Of course.
Good to see you.
And I'm glad you're healing. And I will come back. I'll get in contact with you too. Jeez.
Okay. We'll have one big party.
Yes, exactly.
Debbie, I have something similar that happened to me.
Sure, Roz, go ahead.
Well, I was at work and I was going into the back room to find something for a customer, and I fell flat on my face.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know how or why. I mean, when I got up, somebody helped me up. I was like stunned, and went in the back, and I looked at my mouth, and I saw blood, and I thought, oh no, my teeth. But it wasn't my teeth. It was behind my lip,
Right.
and it was bleeding. So I went into the room where I keep my purse, and I put the ASEA on. I sprayed ASEA, it stopped bleeding right away. But I
Wow.
did swell up unbelievable and black and blue for about 3 days. I mean, it was
3
horrendous.
days.
Yeah, and then it
And
went
that's
away.
it. Yeah.
But it never bled again. And then my hand hurt a little bit. I must have put my hand down to stop the fall.
Yeah.
And I just kept rubbing Renew on it, and it's fine. I mean, it was
And you're amazing. And I don't know if you care to share how
Oh,
old you are.
I don't mind. I'm 80.
You're 80, and
I'm 80.
you look like you're in your 50s to me. But and you healed in 3 days from
Yeah.
all the swelling in the
Oh
black
my
blood.
God,
That's amazing.
When my niece saw me, she got hysterical.
I bet.
I looked ridiculous. I mean, it was horrible, but I'm fine. Went away.
Good. That you're
Hey, Debbie,
amazing.
this is, oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi,
Thank
Debbie,
you,
this
Roz.
is Felicia.
Uh-huh.
I've had some great testimonials, not on myself, but on the two people that I just signed up. Lisa Kearney she broke her leg in a skiing accident back in January, and he told her it would take up a year to heal, but she's back to work and she's in excruciating pain. So Kathy Moran and I have been double teaming her. Well, she came back to me since I was the first person, and I just saw her yesterday. She said, this is incredible. I'm able to work. She's on 4 ounces a day, and she's my age, well, a little younger, in her 50s, and even 4 ounces with the Renew 28, she says, I am having hardly any pain by the end of the day.
Oh,
And then another lady, it's great. It's just that Renew 28 is the breaker, you guys. That's the one that opens up the door, so do have it on you.
Exactly.
Another woman had seen me on Facebook many times, and because I have a business over here on the shore, and she called me finally, and I went over there with the Renew 28, and I'm going to name the disease she has. We're allowed to do that here, right? Since it's training.
Team phone call. Mm-hmm.
Yep. She's got fibromyalgia. She's got weight problems, and she's been on drugs for years. And literally, she did feel it within the first application, folks, on her elbow. Both of them hurt. I put it on one. She felt it. She called me up the next day and signed up. Today, I went by to give her a spray bottle. I always give, if they're local, I give everybody a spray bottle because it doesn't come in the kit anymore. And
Right.
today she says, how much can I drink of this stuff? I said, as much as you want. And of course, she was busy at they own a auto shop on the Eastern Shore. So
Wow.
we'll come back with chapter 2.
Perfect. Well, those are 2 incredible testimonies.
And David did a wonderful, wonderful presentation for the Bayhawks in Annapolis for me last week, you guys. This team is awesome.
David
This team
did
is
one
awesome.
last week before he left?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, and it was corporate, and they all had, with the Renew 28, they all had an experience. So he's
Fabulous.
working on things. It's, with a smaller team, not as much money as the NFL, but still the professional lacrosse team, they want it. They want it. So it looks like we're working on some type of business partner. I'm sure that someone's going to sign up. I don't know which one. I don't know which one yet.
Perfect. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But, tell people I'm still a D700. I want people to know what I am. I'm still looking for that person that wants to.
Well, keep looking and you will find that person. That's what happens. You can never tell who's really going to do this, but a lot of times if they intuitively get in and they see it right away, those are some of the people that, get started.
And you never know, you're right. You never know who's going to have that
Right.
aha moment. And it could come later. So I just keep on plugging away, and we just have the best support in this whole family of ASEA, not just our team, but cross teams.
Yes.
It's just a beautiful thing. I feel so blessed to be part of this company because we are the heart of ASEA.
Yes, absolutely. So
Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you all for the testimonials. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go next to rank advancement. That is one of the ways that we can actually see people kind of growing in this organization, because it kind of happens naturally if you're speaking to people and people are coming on your team, that you go up and rank. And so I'm going to share my screen very quickly. I know Carolyn Hoffman, Dr. Carolyn Hoffman did a brilliant job with the team phone call since David and I were flying home last week. And I had sent her the rank advancement, so I know she took care of last week's. So again, I'll just take care of this week's, but they were still I think there's 43 rank advancements or something like that. So it's really growing. It's growing quickly. So again, I'm just very excited about what's happening with ASEA right now. We keep hearing all kinds of great information. And on the Diamond Summit, Tyler Norton went over some of the things which he went over in convention also. But he's very excited about it too. For the first time I've seen him in such a long time that, when he put out the I am statements that ASEA will be, and ASEA will do this, we were just all astounded by that. But I'm going to start, as you first come in, you're called an associate, and an associate is somebody who's signed up to be an associate instead of a preferred customer. And then as you're talking to people, if you sign up one on your right and one on your left, that's 2 people, you become a director. So we have some new directors in ASEA, and we're very proud. I mean, they at least have shared it with 2 people. Mildred Riviera is one of our new directors. Jennifer Merhar is a new director. Eve Spinner. And Season Lee are all new directors. And then even if you just sign up 2, every time those 2 people get an auto ship, ASEA saves the points until you get to 300. So each month you would collect another 100 points. So if they have just ordered 1 case, and that way within at least 3 months you're a director 300. If you're still discussing this with people, you'll get there a little bit faster. But we have several new director 300s on our team. Mardiash Kamarudin is a new director 300. Bernadette Bautista is a new director 300. Kathy Colu, a new director 300. That looks like a French name. Canap Porn Rit Montri is a new director 300. Kevin and Sharon Beasley are new director 300s. Agnes Dormond, Suliporn Punarech L. Thorn is the new director 300. That is a long name. I apologize. I probably crucified that name. Anand Patel is the new director 300. Derek Anoon and Sharon Buteller, all new director 300. So congratulations to all of them. And you're probably telling more people and signing up more people to become a director 700. That's collecting 700 points on your left and 700 points on your right at least. And we have several new director 700s. So Vannery Ohm, Robert Knizer, Becky Bennett, Sophie Haggerty, Yunha Huang, Gillies Langelotti, new director 700s, Cornelia La Sauvage, I believe that's French again, BJ Hartfield, Quinn Fang Shou, Ah Yun Tu, Trang Hyung, Ying Zhen, Zhuanu K, Stephen Chen and Chan, our new Director 700s, Brenda Lynn, Serlina Ying Len, Marvin Williams, Evelyn Lowe, My Dakota Inc., which is Hang On Kong, new Director 700, Emily Kong, Elena Fiorio, Christine Al Chu Ton, Leslie Ladama, and Emily Adams, and Allison Gaveka and Vince Espiritu, all new Director 700s. So congratulations on that. That's a big deal. Then we had some new executives. Now, an executive position is when people have stepped up in your organization and they've decided to do the business also. So they get to Director 300. So you have in your organization at that point 2 Director 300s to become bronze, and you have 2,000 points on your right and 2,000 points on your left. The new bronze executive is Samada XP Inc., which is Fong Lin Chang, a new bronze executive. New bronze executive, Bamboo Service Center. Congratulations, that's amazing. And we have Sophorn Hall, and she's usually on our team phone call. I know some of these people don't really speak English, so they don't get on our team phone calls. They speak Chinese, but so congratulations. Those are the rank advancements for this week. I'm going to stop share. If Sophorn is on, we would love to have you tell us a little bit about how you got to bronze. But I'm not sure if she's on. Let me see. No, I don't see her. Hi, Tatiana.
Hi. I must have missed it. Are we, I don't know, we're looking.
I was looking for Sophorn Hall because she just went bronze. I was going to have her say something, but I don't see her on. She is usually on. So go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were doing the welcoming new team members.
Not quite yet. I will do that in just a second, okay?
That's
All
it,
right.
sir.
I will get right back to you. I just wanted to share some announcements of what was happening. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. For some of the people on this call, we're doing a surge of 90 days. It's through November and then part of December. It quits before the Christmas holidays, I'll just put it that way. So during that period, David and we were trying to get to everybody to have something to tie into every single night. So of course, Monday's our team phone call. Tuesday, I do a webinar at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so I would love to have people plug into that. I do a quick PowerPoint. It's about 30 minutes. I go into not very much of the science. I try to explain it in a very simple way for people to understand, and then I answer questions. So I would love to have you guys. It's on the same Zoom number that you are tonight. David Silverman normally does one on Wednesdays, but he's over in Asia for 2 weeks. So Dr. Carolyn Hoffman will be doing one on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, it's called Ask the Doctor. So there's a doctor doing the presentation. You can have people tie into that. You can even do in-homes around that and around my webinar. On Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern, I do a webinar again for people in Europe, but anybody that is available at that time, please feel free to join in. We do have a lot of people from the United States that tie into that and bring people on it. And then Thursday, Alan Noble normally does the Discover ASEA. He is in Australia right now doing a huge tour. Actually, I think he's in Asia first, and then he goes to Australia. Anyway, so there is a recording. You can go to discoverasea.net and you can see his Discover ASEA. And if you want to play that at any certain time, he does a brilliant presentation of what this is and has a testimonial on also. Then Friday nights, Jim Glenn and William Friedman do a very good job of interviewing people and discussing redox and what this has done for people. So please feel free. I put that out. I'll put it out in an email again. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays are our own Zoom. Thursday is discoverasea.net for the recorded one. And I will get the information out about John Glenn or Jim Glenn in an email. And I'll put it on Debbie's Diamond Club so I can post it there so that everybody can see it. And just so you know, one of the things I do, and I've been doing for a long time, is when Trish puts out a Did You Know, it's a very brief, little, concise mammogram, most of the time about redox and what it can do for the body. Sometimes there's corporate announcements and stuff, but for the ones like this, that's how I drip on people that were taking a look at it. So about once every week or once every 2 weeks on my drip list, I send these out so that people can see, because at some point it'll touch something that's going on in their bodies, and then they'll call and say, okay, what is this stuff, basically. So I'm just gonna briefly read this so you can kind of tell if you guys aren't signed up for the Trish's newsletter, you should go to A-Team Support and sign up for her newsletter. She really keeps you abreast of everything going on in the business of ASEA. But she says this time, did you know that the glands of our endocrine system produce critical hormones that evoke specific responses in our cells, tissues, and organs? Did you know that the adrenal glands, for example, located at the top of each kidney, which are highlighted there, produce hormones that help regulate your metabolism, your immune system, your blood pressure, response to stress and injury, and help regulate blood sugar, as well as the metabolism of protein and fat. And to ensure that your body functions as it should, all the glands of our endocrine system must release the correct amount of hormones. If they release too much or too little, the resulting imbalance can lead to many problems. Did you know that physician and researcher Dr. Rob Ward, MD, FAAFP, has produced a short video on how important redox molecules are to the adrenal glands in particular, and about the role of the adrenals in the bodies? What happens when our adrenal glands become overworked? How does this happen, and what we can do about it? You can watch the video at that link right there. Things that support healthy adrenal glands include vitamin C, ashwagandha, relaxation techniques, and adequate good sleep. The adrenals are so very redox sensitive organs. Redox molecules are pivotal to the production of cortisol and one of the most important hormones produced by the adrenals. And lastly, did you know that increasing our supply of, where did I go? Redox molecules has been proven in studies at a top genetic lab to enhance the signaling pathways that modulate healthy hormone production. This should help us understand the system-wide positive outcomes many people are experiencing with the ASEA cell signaling supplement. As I was saying, there's a huge tour on right now because Malaysia, the Philippines were supposed to have opened, and Malaysia is exploding since it's brand new. Just got regulated and turned on at our convention in September. And so if you didn't see the Malaysian flyer, there's going to be so many ASEA diamonds there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing event on November 20th. So if you've got anybody in the Malaysia area, you should get them to this because, like I said, there's going to be a ton of people there. Again, so this Tuesday, right after my webinar, there's going to be our monthly In Touch call. And I want everybody to know how important it is to be on this one. They're going to be promoting a new holiday promotion, which everybody will be excited about, which will help, you know, get this product out even more. So that's right after you go to www.asiaintouch.com. It's supposed to be a really good holiday promotion. So everybody should plug in to find out more about it, because they will go into more detail about what it is on that In Touch call. Of course, if you can't be on it, of course, that information will come out, but make sure if you can be on it, it is at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then there's rank advancements, just in case you haven't seen Trisha's newsletter. And then here's all the upcoming events in North America and Canada and Latin America. So you can see that San Antonio, Texas on November 5th, Charlottesville, Virginia on November 7th, Memphis, Tennessee on November 9th, Denver, Colorado on November 16th, Clackamas, Oregon on November 23rd, and Spokane, Washington on December 7th. And here's where I found out the Philippines pre-launch was postponed due to earthquakes. Malaysia, November 9th and 10th with David Silverman and Mal Sword. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on November 20th is that big event that I was just talking about. And then Australia, New Zealand, Envision and Peak Performance Training is there. Of course, there's things in Europe and Paris, France, and that's it. So as you can see, she really keeps you posted and updated on everything going on. Most of the leaders will get their information to that before they'll even put it on our ASEA back calendar. So now I can go, after all the announcements and everything, to welcoming new people. If you have somebody new on, I know Tatiana has, so I'll let her go first, since she popped in there. So Tatiana, would you like to introduce your new team members?
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves before. Thank you so much. My
No,
apologies.
that's okay. I just like to get information out in case somebody has to leave.
Yes.
So go ahead.
We got a little bit excited. So this is Jessica. Jessica is actually an ICU nurse.
Oh,
and
wow. Congratulations.
She just enrolled under a business pack. And it's like she got the picture just right away. And my 2-inch textbook of redox, she's like, I want to go read through it. I just gave her Dr. Ward's book. I think she's had it for like 2 days, and she's like, I finished reading it. I'm like, what?
Yes, of course. Well, Dr. Ward's, at least I can read. The textbook is a little bit over my head, but I know chapter 4 is supposed to be one of the most, the best chapters to read in that textbook. Every doctor says, if you don't read anything else, read chapter 4.
In that, there
A lot more about, what redox can do.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna look to chapter.
That's right. So I still have to, get through that myself. But
Awesome.
so why did you take a look at this? Have you heard of redox before?
Well, I've been reading about biochemistry and all those, the anatomy, physiology, and all those stuff, and I was like, wow, our body's so complex. And then when I met Tatiana just recently, and then she mentioned about, healthy cell is healthy body, like, ding. And I know that. Like,
Right.
Okay, what about, like, I'm going to introduce you about the redox. Like, yes. And I've been looking for this kind of thing. So that's why I was reading a lot. And then, because I've seen a lot of patients dying in front of me.
Yes.
I deal with dying patients, so I see how their body deteriorates, and like, this should not happen. Like, we can do something to prevent this. And I was like reading and like, I don't want to be like treating the problem, but if we can go to the preventive measures and maintaining health, that would be wonderful. This would be a better place. And then when she mentioned that concept, like, I'm into that, so that's why I'm trying to learn everything, not everything, but at least pretty much of it. And I spoke to Dr. Silverman also. So I got really interested in this, and then I'll see what I can do with people who wants to maintain health. And I'm surrounded with people who like really wants to be healthy and maintain health and prevent illness. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Right.
Well, that's what I was saying to earlier. I think people who kind of get this and see it immediately, they understand it. And So congratulations and welcome to the team. And we look forward to helping you in any way. I've been in the company for 9 years. I was at the launch of the product, and I'd be happy to help in any way, especially while David's away. If you want a 3-way phone call or anything,
Yes,
Right.
please.
let me know.
Yes, yes. Once I get people.
No, we'll
Sounds like you're surrounded by them, but okay. I know you have to probably be careful in saying something about this
Right.
at your job, but anyway, you can always say privately, if I know something that could probably help you, would you want to know more about it? And then have them call you on their private time, on your private time.
Right. Actually, Tatiana mentioned that, and which like it's against policy in our workplace.
Right.
Invite friends to my place, and
Yes, absolutely.
Not the workplace.
One day it'll be in the hospitals.
that's on my goal list.
Yeah, exactly, right. Well, like I said, I think Leland Jackson, the first one to try to get it, is getting it into a hospital. There's a cardiologist that runs a hospital in Houston that wants to get it in there. So I don't know where that is right now, but that would be huge for us. That would be great.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Very nice.
well,
So
thank you and welcome to the team. And yes,
I don't know if I have my cousin Gabby is on there. Gabby, if you're on there, Gabby Heffitz, I don't know if she's on there or not, or if she hopped off, but she promised you
there's
that
a Gabrielle, but of course,
Gabrielle Heffitz.
it just says Gabrielle. So I don't know if that's Gabrielle Katzoff or if it's your cousin.
So my cousin Gabby has finally become a believer and has signed up because she has had
Thanks to you and your mother, probably.
basically mom. Yes, my mom
Yeah.
is a firecracker. I mean,
Yep.
this is what happens when you bring her to convention. I should have done it 2 years ago. So
It's okay. She probably wouldn't have come then.
So I've been hearing, oh my God, it's like all the other companies. And this time I'm like, all right, I'm paying, you're coming, and that's the end of it. And it's been really, really amazing. I would not have met Jessica if it wasn't for Mom. Mom met Nini. Say hi to Nini.
Hi, Mimi.
Mom met Nini at the beach. Nini knows Jessica. And now Jessica will be bringing this to other people. And that's really how it works. You just gotta.
Absolutely. Yep.
Let's see. So I don't think that Sydney is on there, but I would like to congratulate one of my associates for 2 weeks who just hit Director 300.
Perfect.
Mayor Better. He is just telling this to everybody in his building, and everybody will give him the time of day, and I just run over and do the and do the explanation. And they're like, okay, I'm in. So
Perfect.
yeah, so he's somewhere on there. I don't know if he can mute himself or not, but Mayor, I love you. You're doing amazing. All right.
Well, Mayor's, if it's Mayor's, MEIRS,
Yes.
he's on. I don't know if he wants to say hello or not. I'll unmute him. Mayor, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Nice meeting you.
Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. Have you talked to David Silverman also?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay. Well, when he gets back.
I seen him on the representation. So I was listening to him. Yes.
Yes.
But I didn't meet him yet. I didn't talk to him yet. I didn't meet him yet.
Okay. Well, I introduced it to him and taught him about it. And so, like I said, he's in Asia for 2 weeks. When he gets back, Tatiana can connect you. But in the meantime, welcome to the team. And why did you take a look at this?
Because it sounds very, very interesting. And I am always open for something that it's a product that will help me out. So it was exciting.
Yes, very
I
exciting.
am positive regarding anything new that comes into the market, if I can say that.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay?
No.
So I did got into it. I'm in it for 3 weeks approximately. And I tell you, I start feeling within a week, I start feeling with minor problems that I had, I start feeling better. And that means a lot to me.
Of course.
And the product itself, that what it does, it's amazing. It's something that it's unbelievable, I can say.
I agree.
Yes. So
So you're telling other people about it too in your apartment?
yes, but
Perfect.
some people, yes, but some
Right.
people, oh, if it's, I'm not interesting. It's something that it's, what do you call it? Pyramid-like
Pyramid?
people. Yeah. So, oh, I heard about those things. I don't believe in that. Okay, listen. This is your life, your health. If you have an open mind, then it's okay. If you don't, you're not interested, then it's okay with me too. But it's their loss. That's all I can say.
Tell them not to judge the product by the way it's distributed. It's a huge scientific breakthrough, and this was the only way it could get out.
And they're very close,
And that opens their mind a little bit.
but they're close-minded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, they're close-minded, but I mean, I always say, you know why it's a network marketing? Because we were going to be shut down by a pharmaceutical company otherwise. And they go, really? And so then they listen.
Correct.
I just
If
come back.
somebody is using his brain and he listens really good.
Yes. If
What
they
you
use their
just
brain is
said-
right.
What you just said, then it's another story. I agree. But some of them, maybe it's
Right.
money, it's maybe who knows
Right.
what. But through me, through Tatiana, I got two people in already.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
It's with thanks to Tatiana.
Yes. She's an amazing, amazing. Absolutely. And
Maybe I
just for the new,
should, in the same moment, in the same time, can I ask you a question?
sure.
They took my thyroid about, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. So it can help me out. The ASEA that I take, is it can anyway can help me out better to how shall I say, to live my life
Yes.
better.
Yes. That's one of the things that came out in the genetic study officially. We knew it would help. We knew it helped that before the genetic study, but officially now people can see that. So one of the 5 genes that it lights up is the hormone gene that regulates your thyroid stimulation and insulin producing and circadian rhythm, so you sleep better, serotonin levels, so you're happier. I mean, it affects all these different spinal cord injury, sudden infant death, a whole bunch of things regulated by your hormones. So that's what ASEA does, or the redox signaling molecules do for your body. So absolutely will help the thyroid.
Thank you. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
And just for the 2 new people,
Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you.
not talking to you. For the 2 new people that came on, just briefly, a lot of people have heard this, but I just talked to her today, so that's why I'm mentioning it. I took it to a molecular biologist who had graduated from Johns Hopkins and had done years of research at the National Institutes of Health when I first learned about this. And she literally almost fell off her chair when I presented the information to her. And she just looked at me and said, Debbie, I've been studying these molecules for 17 years. We've had scientists from around the world come to NIH to try to do this. Are you telling me that somebody was finally able to stabilize these molecules outside the human body in a bioactive form? And when I said, well, yeah, not knowing how big this was, she goes, you have no idea how massive this is. This will change the medical field as you know it. And she got on it that night. She's been on it for 9 years, as long as I've been on it. She had blood sugar level issues, and she hasn't had any since then. So it's an amazing thing that's scientifically validated by so many people. So congratulations for making the decision to join us and to take the product yourself. So Let me
Hey,
just,
Debbie, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is Felicia.
uh-huh.
And when I looked at all these things that I had wrong, because I was born with a faulty thyroid, I don't have a gallbladder. I had a severe sciatica nerve problem from a sports injury. I have digestive issues. When I looked at everything that my body is healing now, I've only been on the product for 4.5 years, but let me tell you folks, it's different. It's really, really, you can't even, it does sound too good to be true. So really look at those gene studies, because I'm like picking apart them and I'm like laughing, and my prayers are coming true, and now other people are experiencing it. And now I really feel what you guys have been talking about for my 4 years. And I want people to know that Debbie called me 9 years ago and I didn't answer the phone. And I want people to know that. So thank you so much. It's just an awesome team. This like sciatica nerve repair, unbelievable. I'm starting to tippy toe, folks. All right, I'll shut up.
No, that's okay. She could barely walk when she first got on this. And now she can move around, and she hadn't been able to go up on her toes for years, and now she's able to do all that. So it's an incredible product. Your body can heal tremendously if given the right tools. It's an amazing thing. So is there anybody else that has somebody new on, or is there a new person that would just like to introduce themselves? Okay. Going once, going twice. All right. Well, I'm going to, a few people have had questions. Are there any other questions that people might have? And no question is a stupid question. It can be about the product or about business. And if you've thought about it, other people have thought about it also.
Debbie,
I have a question.
I have a question.
Okay. I heard Dawn first, so I'll go with Dawn, and then I didn't see the other person. So
I'm sorry.
Dawn?
I'll be
That's
really
okay.
quick.
Go ahead. That's all right.
My son got braces about a month ago, and so I joined him. And
Congratulations.
second time around.
Oh.
And I was wondering about the bottoms are metal. And
Yeah.
so I was trying to look, does it change it? Should I not swish? I mean, I need to swish because of my mouth. I want to keep my gums really healthy during this process because I'm 54. So
Right.
it needs to be gentle.
Well, so here's what I would do. I would, however much you're taking, I'd separate it. So if you're taking 2 ounces, say, I would take 1 ounce and I would just swallow it and let it go in. But the other ounce I would swish around in your mouth. It's going to be effective for a little bit. It'll help the gums. The metal will probably make it, disable it, a little bit. But like I said, just take the first ounce and just swallow it immediately. So it goes right into your tissues. And then the other one swish to keep your gums healthy. That's
Okay.
what I would do. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. And then there was somebody else, but I didn't get to hear. Judy, was it you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I have a
All the
question
things-
about, I hear people talk about using a spray bottle and spraying ASEA.
Yes.
And I was just wondering, when would you spray? What would you spray? Why would you use that instead of the gel?
Oh, I spray all the time. You spray it in your eyes. You can also do eye drops. It helps your eyes. I used to wear glasses. I don't wear them anymore. Don't need to. My eyes healed. It helps you if you've got any kind of dry eye in the morning. It helps immediately to take that away. You can spray it in your nose and in the back of your throat and kind of inhale. It helps open up your respiratory. If you're having, for instance, say during pollen season, you can spray it in. It helps clean out your nose. It helps take away that, sensitive stuff that people have to pollen and stuff. But it really helps you breathe better. people have sprayed it in their ears for different things. I mean, who did I just, oh, and it helped somebody just recently. The person we signed up in Hawaii, his wife hadn't been able to smell. Her sense of smell came back in the first couple days that she was using it. So her sense of smell came back, because she's drinking it and spraying it. You can spray it in your ears for tinnitus and for ear challenges or anything like that. One of the very first, like 9 years ago, testimonials I ever heard was a coal miner from Pennsylvania. A spark had flown in his ear and I guess burned his eardrum. He hadn't been able to hear out of that ear in 30 to 40 years. I can't remember at this point. He started drinking it. I probably wasn't even spraying it at the time. He could hear again in that ear.
Wow.
So his eardrum had healed thanks to redox. So you can spray it. I guess those are the main, I spray, or if I get a cut or a burn or anything, I just try to do the liquid because I think it helps even faster. And then I put the Renew on afterwards. So if I cut my finger, I stick it right in a glass of ASEA. The blood stops instantly. It goes to the bottom. And then you can hold your finger in the liquid and actually watch things heal before your eyes. It's an amazing thing. And especially with
Hey,
the burn
Deb?
also. Yes, Karen.
Yeah, I just had a very severe 3rd-degree burn, and I was going to share that. Once I got it cleaned and iced and everything, it was just a few weeks ago, and I don't know if you can see, but it's gone. It was right here. It was huge.
Oh, wow.
It was a big old blister. I did iced it and everything, and then I started just gel. But then something said start using the liquid, and the liquid somehow just penetrates differently.
Yes.
And and the pain went away quicker, because what I did is I did ice until it hurt, and then I did the Renew until it hurt, and then I just kept switching it to stop it from cooking. And the spray to me just penetrated differently, quicker, stopped that pain quicker. Because I'm a huge fan of both.
If you had taken that burn and stuck it in and stuck your hand in a bowl of ASEA, you wouldn't have had to ice or do anything. The pain.
Okay, I'll remember that next time. But yeah,
the pain would have stopped at about 15 to 30 seconds, and it would have started healing it right away.
Right.
Then,
well, as it was, within 4 hours, the pain was gone, which was remarkable. Because it was bad.
Well, if you want it gone within a minute, just stick your hand in a bowl of ASEA.
I will remember that. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Deb.
Absolutely. Judy, did that answer all your questions? You disappeared.
I can share briefly, Debbie.
Sure. Hi, Pearl. Yes, you can. But you're going in and out a little bit.
Hi, Debbie. My reception's funny. When I burned my eye with here, let me turn the camera. When I burned my eye with battery acid, if I hadn't kept it wet with the liquid, I wouldn't have been able to have breathed. It burned so badly. And
yes.
the organic clay in the dill, they asked us not to get that in our eye because of the organic clay, even as fine as it is, could scratch the cornea. So the liquid was a saver. It was just a lifesaver for me when I burned my eye.
And she got battery acid in her eye, and she just kept it wet. Like every few seconds, she would spray it for the whole weekend, and it saved her eye. Just amazing. Somebody else said something.
Hi, Debbie. It's Randine Christoph.
Hi, Randine.
I was checking in or putting my mute off so that I could ask about endometriosis. I have someone who is concerned about the fact that they didn't want to go on the item, the product, the liquid, because they don't want their hormones to be regulated, because that's the drug they're put on to stop their hormones from producing the endometriosis. So they're wanting to know if there's any doctor that knows about this that has actually helped somebody make the endometriosis disappear. Because they've had surgery and they've been told they'll have to have surgery again if it grows.
Well, again, this is going to help heal your body. Yes, doctors have helped people with endometriosis and just regular people. I've helped people with endometriosis. It's going to help your body heal. So then eventually your hormones can come back and be good like they're supposed to be. But it's going to heal the endometriosis first, and then your hormones can be regulated like they should. These will never do anything that will hurt your body. I've been told that over and over and over again. So you can take it. It won't regulate your hormones until it's healed the endometriosis. They are very smart molecules, I guess, because they are told what to do by the body, and our body's very intuitive and smart. So that's what's going to happen first.
So I guess what they're saying is a healthy cell because it's reproducing, but it's in the wrong spot of their body.
Correct.
So that's where they're going, well, how can it know to get it out of that part of my body?
Because the body knows where there's damaged cells, and these molecules are programmed to go to the damaged cells first and send a clear signal so that they can be repaired or replaced. So that's what's going to happen first. So they won't have to worry about the endometriosis after that.
Yeah, I understand it, but to try and convince them that it knows what it needs to do. But we'll just keep dripping content to them.
Does the verbiage innate wisdom resonate with you?
It does with me.
Okay, it's something that rolls off my tongue on a regular basis. The molecules in our body have an innate wisdom about where the primary crisis is in the body, and it will take care of it in a pecking order. So just that innate wisdom.
That's a good way of wording it. I'll keep that in mind.
Sometimes it helps. You're welcome.
And again, you might show them something on a See a Healthy Self or something like that, because if you put the symptoms of endometriosis into the See a Healthy Self, there's probably lots and lots of testimonials there, and they can read it for themselves. That's some of the best way I've known to show people. You can also copy and paste testimonials and send it to them.
That's right. I'll do that as well. The other quick thing, I just had someone tell me that they've been told they have osteoporosis and their body only is producing 20%, or their bone is 20%, so they're actually down 80%. Their bones are like really, really brittle. And I told them that this would be a good thing for them as well. But finances is that person's problem at this time. So maybe this thing tomorrow night might get me to, don't know what it is yet, but whatever the promotion is might allow this person to jump on and start using it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the faster you get it on with bones, because bones are some of the slowest cells to reproduce themselves, the better it would be for them. So, okay.
Deb, can I make a comment, Sharona?
Sure.
I actually was able to turn around from osteoporosis to osteopenia, but it took a couple of years, and it was after I increased the dosage I was drinking. I went from 4 ounces to 8 ounces a day. And definitely have to do weights with it.
Yeah.
And it increased?
Excuse me?
It increased when you went up?
Yeah, it changed it. It went from osteoporosis to osteopenia. So it went backwards, reversed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was within 2 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, can I ask something about that?
Sure.
So were you taking extra calcium and doing anything else?
I was not. I'm very bad at, no, I was doing a lot of 3 times of weights a week.
Okay.
Yeah. That was it. And a CF, that was it.
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie, it's Francesca. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I have I guess a comment question. Have you ever come across someone who's used the gel the 3 times in 5 minutes twice a day, and they still experience excruciating back and neck discomfort? I've recently come across someone who's been using the gel for about 3 weeks. The pain has subsided, but she's still in a lot of pain. Has that ever happened to you?
She's just using it twice a day?
Well, in the morning, the 3 times in 5 minutes, and then in the evening, 3 times in 5 minutes. Because right now, like, she's retired and she gets her daughters or her granddaughters to kind of rub her her neck and her back, the areas where she can't reach it.
Okay.
And so she gets them in the morning before they leave, and then in the evening before going to bed.
Well, let me just share this story with you real fast. We were in Denver and we were doing the 3 times in 5 minutes on all the guests. And one man was a roofer and he'd had excruciating back pain for 20 years. And so we did all the 3 times in 5 minutes. Everybody went to 0 or 1 except him. And he said, I'm sorry, my back is still killing me. So he sat down, and luckily the people that were with him knew to continue rubbing that in his back, like almost for the whole, probably another 40 minutes or so at least. They just kept rubbing it in. When it dried, they'd rub it in again. By the time he left, he got up and he said, I cannot believe this. This is the first time in 20 years I've had no pain in my back because they just kept rubbing it in. And he left and he said, I'm going to go tell the world about this. So if you can do it until the pain subsides, like if they could sit there when they had time to be there for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, she might experience relief that way. And I think, Pearl, were you going to say something else?
Thank you. Water. People, these molecules are a cellular construction crew, and if there's not enough water on the site for them to do the cleanup job, you're gonna hurt. So people are not drinking enough water. Generally, most people don't drink enough water to be properly hydrated. So just please ask her to provide the water for the cleanup crew to take care of the cellular sawdust that's flying around when the cells are repairing themselves. It's so critical.
And that's true. Just becoming hydrated can take away back pain and joint pain a lot of times because people don't drink enough water.
Absolutely.
So tell her to also like chug a couple glasses of water.
Okay. I definitely will. I thought I had that conversation with her initially, but I spoke with her a few days ago, and she said that she was still in significant amount of pain, and so I'll remind her about the water intake and just encourage her to rub it, or get her daughters to rub it.
Well, make sure she knows what a lot of water means, because my mother used to say, "Oh, I drank a lot of water." She drank 1 glass. For her, that was a lot of water.
Okay.
If they're older, they don't like to drink a lot because then they have to go to the bathroom and they don't like to get up and go to the bathroom. It's weird, but that's what happens to older people. Except for Roz. She still drinks a lot of water. And me. I'll include myself in this older.
And do you want to share
You're not old.
You want to share my Pearlism with her?
Yes. My mother used to talk to Pearl occasionally, and Pearl would say, "Mom, you drinking enough water?" And she'd go, "Yeah, I'm drinking plenty." And she goes, "You can't flush a toilet without water." My mom would just crack up laughing. Shake her head and go, "Tell Pearl I've been drinking water." I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, you've drank your half a glass so far. Drink the rest of it."
That's funny.
She always told me water rusts your insides, but gin doesn't. So that was her comment.
Oh.
That was my mom.
Hey, Debbie.
Yes. Hi, Jordan.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Just one more suggestion for Francesca that we've had a lot of success with the gel, with things all over the body. And I heard this at convention. We've tried it out, and it's worked every time, is to take the gel from under the earlobe, do the swipe, and come down all the way around the trachea area and do that on both sides. And we had a lady who had a sciatica, 15 years, I think, been in constant pain, and she went from an 8 to, I think, a 2 or 3 within 5 minutes. So back stuff.
Because that controls,
Absolutely try that. That's my 2 cents with it.
Thank you, Jordan.
Sure. Thank you. Do you do that like one swipe on each side, or is it like 2 swipes?
So it's a decent amount. I mean, don't be scarce with it, but it's, a decent amount, and just make sure it's nicely covered on both sides. And we've seen great results with it.
Okay, I'll have her do that.
Yeah, that's a great comment. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
And the base of the neck too. Gary Samuelson himself has said the best place you can put this is on the base of your neck and the back, because that literally gets to all areas of your body. So we don't know where the pain is emanating from. So it could take care of it. So
Okay, I'll let her know that
have
as
her
well.
rub her whole body in a
I will. Her whole body. Whole body.
No, I'm kidding.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And thank you all for pitching in and making extra comments. I know, we all have had different experiences. So thank you, Jordan. I never even knew that one. So
yeah, no, you're welcome. It's
absolutely.
awesome.
That's great. Okay. What's the top of the hour? Are there any other questions? If there's not, I'll let everybody enjoy their evenings.
Debbie, did you say if they're doing the 5-minute Zooms at 7:50 p.m. each time zone for Wellness Wednesday? Is someone doing that?
I'll have to check. I can't. I have an appointment that night, so I don't know if there's anybody else that can do them. What we're trying to encourage, though, is that really anybody can. I don't want to have people think that you have to have a diamond come on to do those, because anyone can really close for you. So if you've got a specific time and you have some people, if you want to reach out, I might be able to do it, one time, but I've got an appointment Wednesday night, so I can't really do all 4 of them. And I'm sorry, David's the one that started all this, but I like to promote that literally we're trying to make you have your own power and empower you all to do this. And so there's so many good closers. You can look at this whole team. Any of these people could close, because all we're doing is validating what's already been said in your in-home. So if you want to reach out to somebody, and you can reach out to me first if you want to, but to tell me what time you might need it, I might be able to do the one, but I can't do all 3 of them because I have an appointment Wednesday night.
Okay, thanks.
So, absolutely. So do that,
Debbie?
or maybe I can put somebody in touch with you. Yes?
Randy and Christoph again. I was just wondering, where do I find your slide presentation so that I can use them and then put my voice to it and make my own webinars?
Where can you find the what? I'm sorry?
Your slide presentation.
Oh, my slide presentation.
Like the slides.
I can send them to you.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Okay, sure. All right, I will send them.
Also, is there Wednesday afternoon? Did that go from 1 to 2 o'clock?
Oh, geez. Let me look.
It did last week, I think.
Well, we just had it switched. I think they might have already. Let me just see. I'm going to look up.
Last week it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, because it had switched, but I think they might have switched. Let me just look up world clock and what time it is in Stockholm. It's 3:03. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, new 1, 2, 3. There. Oh wait, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, it's 6 hours, so it's going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. Okay.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what my world clock is telling me. In Stockholm, it's 3:03 right now. They're normally 6 hours ahead of us on the East Coast. So if it's 9 o'clock there, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So they're 6 hours. So they have gone to daylight savings time also. So if I did it at 1, it's 7 o'clock that time. That's what we usually do. I will check to make sure with Pia, but I think they've switched now.
Set your diffuser.
And I'll put that up on my Debbie's Diamond Club, that it's what time it is gonna be on Wednesday. That it's supposed to be back at 1 now. Okay? All right. I will say good night to everybody, and I'll unmute everybody, and I'll